Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Fata Morgana playthrough. Now, today's going to be a really quite unusual day because firstly I'm going to be trying out some new AirPods with playing the visual novel, but secondly we're going to be seeing more of Pauline's journey, it seems. It seems like we're going to be learning about some of the past between her and the merchant. I mean, we've explored a little bit on the past at the moment, but we've not explored too much, so it would be a little bit nice to see some details on that. I also really hope we get some more on Pauline's past as well, because we haven't learnt about that much at the present moment. Right, let's begin. So I'll just do a little bit of rereading first. Oh my god, yeah. Fucking hell, this scene was insane, and especially with the soundtrack as well. Like I was saying in the last episode, probably one of the best and most uncomfortable abominations I think I've ever listened to. And when I say an abomination, I don't mean that the soundtrack's bad, I mean it's good, but everything just feels so incoherent and so deranged in that soundtrack. Oh god, it's a very scary soundtrack. It's amazing though. Yeah, but he really has a voice of his inner conscience, which in a way it just kind of makes Bestia seem as if he's mad. Yeah, this is tough. Yeah, God, look how hostile he is and how provocative. Does this thing inside him even exist? How could it die? How could it ever die as long as Bestia is alive? Yeah, God, and isn't it interesting that Bestia just has the kind of life that really wants peace, but at the same time he just has this other really bad version of himself that kind of makes it so that peace is the last thing he can feel. And it's kind of like Bestia kind of wants to run away from reality, obviously with the white-haired girl, and create a new reality as a result of that, but the other voice just wants to really make him stuck in his past in a way. Yeah, exactly, and that's totally true. It really is. That's the worst thing. All of this is true. As long as his desires met, where is the meaning in other people's lives? I mean, we even saw it when he has improved himself, killing that other beast so that the white-haired girl was okay. I mean, obviously he has changed a lot, but it still kind of is the same principle, if you like, and that's what makes it so challenging. Yeah, this trap he always falls into. Yeah. Just struggling to remember that he has individuality. Yeah, it is. Seriously. Yeah, and that's interesting. Yeah. It's just, he's trying to maintain a new lifestyle, but this is the voice of reason within him. He just... Well, the thing is, he wants to become... I suppose this quote-unquote voice of reason, it's really tricky in the sense that he can't really get humanity because of who he is, kind of this theme that we have been seeing a lot, and yeah, it's just as a result of that, as a result of who he should be born to be, he should have a lack of humanity. He doesn't deserve it. But if I'm going to be honest, that viewpoint is perfectly fair because of how many people he has killed as a result of his madness, but his madness is understandable, and he had nobody to stop him as well, and he didn't have the realisation himself of what he was doing was bad anyway. What he was doing was just survival to him, so it's tricky. Yeah, he even doubts that. That is the worst thing. You can just see how hard of a time he must be having, and how unstable he is as well. Jesus, that's horrible, but I actually kind of see that. She's trying to be kind, but at the same time, so obviously, if Bestia does anything, there's going to be lots of guilt. And she is trying to change Bestia for the better, but because of this horrible conscience within him, could that possibly lead to him changing for the worse? Yeah, that's an interesting... I like that. I love that contrast. It's not really something I expected, but it's actually reasonable as to why. So it's basically her kindness will have the worst possible result, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. What? Oh, right. God, that's the worst. All right. Yeah, fair enough. So they're very generous with their portions. What? There is something very wrong with this? What? Or is he just saying... What? Is he just saying son as kind of like a way of being affectionate rather than a very obvious other association you could have with it? That sounds really, really nice. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. And I mean, in these times as well, compared to today, cultural value and cultural food traditions, they must have had so much more worth than they do today. I mean, obviously, it's brilliant that people bring their cultures to different countries more now, but it must have been so much more special in times like these to experience food from another country that a very small amount of people actually get to experience. Yeah. Oh my god. Like what? Oh god. Oh god, talking about business. Or at least... Yeah, so basically it's just, if you don't know what's happening in the workplace, then you might as well just be an outcast for the conversation. Yeah, screw that. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I can't really tell if this is them just joking around or if she's genuinely pissed off. So I'm assuming this is one of the restaurants where you can eat outside in and it's burning. The sun is literally burning. Loads of sun rays shining down on them while they're trying to eat food that is probably very good. I mean, let's be honest, these people are rich as hell, of course. They are going to have nice food. Yeah, okay. I'm surprised. That's interesting. So Pauline's lover is a merchant, but so is her father. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I see what she's saying, though. It happens so rarely that, I mean, there's no reason not to put up with something like this, even if it is really annoying and quite unpleasant as well. I just think it's so funny that he's so passionate about this restaurant that that is the first thing he asks about. Oh god, this is a bit awkward. Yeah, seriously. But he's already really full. Dude, he's full and yet he has to eat more. Oh god, that's awful. Oh. Yeah, fair enough. Who wouldn't? Yeah, and this must cost a shit ton, obviously, so you really need to... Oh god, don't say that. Well, I mean, we know, we have been able to see Pauline 3 years later, so I don't think that happened. Well, I mean, technically all human beings are just walking and talking and obviously conscious bones and flesh, so you technically are, I suppose. No way. Is he not finishing this order? Oh my god. That's hilarious. Holy shit. Hang on a second. These people aren't joking. Oh. Oh god, this is really... I can't tell if these people were just having fun with each other or if they are genuinely pissed off. They're saying exactly the same thing. Awkward. That's fine. So that's how they met. Yeah. Okay, so they're really quite close. So, what about her father? Because we haven't actually seen Pauline's father. We've only seen her mother. So I do wonder if the father has also fallen victim to Bestia sometime in his life. Okay. A right-hand man. Yeah. This guy's why does this guy have such gigantic hands? Jesus Christ. Seriously, look at Pauline's hand, then look at this man's. It's a little bit big, isn't it? Or maybe he just has oddly enormous hands. Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh god, how come? Yeah, my god, that must have been so awkward. They've never met each other, they've never even talked to each other, and yet now they have to have a dinner. And, well, this is going to be the start of their relationship. Yeah, fair enough. Can I just mention Pauline calling her father dad in a time like this? That's really surprising. Big wigs. Oh, right. God, this... It feels like they have a very poisonous relationship because, I mean, the mother, what she's doing here, for example, she's just looking for an opportunity to have a... Well, just provoke the other person. God. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, that's annoying. Oh my god, that must be awkward. Oh, yeah. And now the mother's gonna get provoked. Yeah, I thought they were just joking, but no, their relationship is properly poisonous. It must be very unpleasant for the merchant. I mean, let's be honest, the merchant is her father's right-hand man anyway, so he probably knows a lot about how awful their relationship is, but it must be very unpleasant to see this firsthand. Well, to be fair, I mean, sure, but it doesn't necessarily mean she deserves that responsibility being forced on her, I suppose. I can imagine Pauline's father being a proper fatty. Just somebody who's really rich, really fat, and really greedy. Just, I don't know, the type that was typical, I don't know, like Victorian England, for example. And smoker. That too. I can imagine him to be a smoker. Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, it's awkward. Well, I feel like if she said she didn't mind, she would be made to mind. To not mind, sorry. Oh god, yeah, that's a very reasonable point as well. Yeah, there could be something bad that might happen. God. Oh, I'm surprised. God. So it really just feels like the relationship between Pauline and the merchant is a rerun of the relationship between her mum and dad. Damn. I'm surprised. There's a lot of similarities that go on. Of everything you could say. This is a park. No, really? I thought it was just a few benches. Oh my fucking god, is their conversation that awkward? Jesus Christ. yeah, I can see why. Dude, just try and spark some conversation or something. Holy shit. Yeah, I can see why. Oh god. I'm gonna get that the father has to write a really long letter because he can't arrange a meeting with these people, but it really sounds like just any excuse to get out of a situation like this. Yeah, but it's interesting that the mother is saying this, and yeah, I do wonder what her story is. I just wonder, does she have mistrust for them, or does she know firsthand what they have done? And I do wonder how they met as well, mother and father. True. If I'm going to be honest, I get that this is brutal, but it's very true. Could you really not have come up with anything better? Interesting. Oh, yeah, that's annoying. You don't even have to. Just try to make conversation with him. It doesn't matter if you're not knowledgeable about that. You've got your own life. You've got your own stories to tell. Unless you have some sort of really bad memory loss problem or Alzheimer's or something. You can tell stories. And she does not have any of those things, so yeah, do it, basically. Yeah, fair enough, I'm the same. I don't really Well, I'm not the biggest fan of where I live, so I don't really want to learn. Well, no, because you'd have to pay for them. Yeah. Oh god. What? Yeah, no. I see what she means about the really, really stern look. Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, fulfill your role. Yeah, totally. It will not be easier, but you still should try. I mean, who knows, maybe you'll get a relationship out of it. Oh, look at what happened. Like, genuinely. This is trying harder. Oh god. Oh god. Jesus Christ. I didn't know he has eyes. Well, to be fair, I mean, this approach might be useful if, I don't know, the person's blind. Which I don't think he is. This is so hopeless. Yeah, seriously. Maybe her actually opening up is going to get the conversation away from her very, very lacking skills of being a guide. Oh yeah, I wonder what he's going to say. Is he going to insist for that not to be the case or something? I don't know. He has low standards, but okay. If that's fine. No, I'm sorry, but he probably thinks, just like we do, that he's saying you're doing fine just for Pauline's sake. I mean, come on. You don't get much nicer than that. Yeah, fair enough. No, it's not it at all. It's just she's really inexperienced being a guide, and instead of the dad doing it, she has to. And it's a bit awkward. Yeah, it's way better. Yeah, rather than just seeing all of the really, really significant tourist attractions. I get what you're saying, and also I suppose if you see it through the eyes of a resident, you're able to just get more of a perspective of what the true life of the village is like, rather than seeing what it would be like for a tourist. I like his thinking. But let's be honest, somebody like this, he does a shit ton of travelling, so it doesn't surprise me that he would want to... He'd have a perspective like this. Yeah, seriously, he said that well. Yeah, I can imagine that. Oh yeah, that's smart, yeah. Wow. Yeah, no, I can see that. Wow. That is really cool. That must be quite fun. But it must be really expensive as well. Oh, that's hilarious, yeah. Yeah, she's not that greedy. Yeah, fair enough. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, he probably did, but that's very awkward. I see that, considering how much of an earnest expression he has. What? How could they not? Oh, he's really pushed that away. There's something very dark that goes on. Well, at least his homeland doesn't seem like the best place. God. Yeah, he's totally cast that away. Interesting. No, he totally did. Yeah. And that is interesting. When Pauline was, when, with what Pauline's mum had said, things like these are what she should be looking out for. Yeah, probably. Oh, that's really cool. No, I really like how he puts that. It must be amazing seeing just how much he must see through travelling a lot on sea. And especially throughout the day as well, and seeing, like he said, the sea being kind of black like obsidian. Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Yeah, I don't blame her. God, is this all she's known, this town? Could not imagine that. I really, really couldn't. I feel sorry for her. Yeah, fair enough. But God, I mean, I suppose that's kind of what happened in really, really early times. People really didn't have a need to travel, not nearly as much as they did today, unless they are doing professions like the one the merchant is doing, and I suppose a lot of, supply chains as well. You'd need to get goods around somehow for businesses. And yeah, I suppose everything that would be going on somewhere would just be local. You couldn't drive or walk. No, you'd have to stay there. Yeah, it must be very, very odd. I would absolutely hate that myself. God, and the fact that something like this is not really the most normal as well, that's what's weird to me. Yeah, I mean, if anything, I suppose. That's not really. It's not as if nowadays people have access to ships with ease. Things that are way better than ships, i.e. aeroplanes. With ease only if you have enough money for them. If you don't, then it is incredibly difficult to have access to one. Yeah, totally. Yeah, oh yeah, I see that. Oh my god, yeah, you can't have feelings that are too significant. I see that. That is very true, to be fair. Oh yeah, you've got to be formal, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, fair enough. You just see such a nice dress and then you realise, this is yours. Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough. Oh! That's very, very awkward. How did it get into her hands? Oh god. Wow. Interesting. So she's been wearing this ever since the merchant came. Yeah. Interesting. Wow. God. Yeah, I know. I mean, this is a bit much. So Pauline's just been thinking, oh yes, it's just a tour guide. She's just needing to play the role of a tour guide rather than somebody who has any feelings. But it's very, very hard to do so when things like this happen. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, not even knowing where they came from as well. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna properly get on. Oh. Yeah, and isn't it funny, 3 years later she's still wearing the same pieces of clothing. Well, to be fair, it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been very fitting, especially considering that they don't even know each other. Oh, it's very awkward. Yeah. Yeah, it just gives you that proper impression of command. And somebody who's really composed and just in general a mature and adult person. Yeah, totally. God, she's that embarrassed. Yeah, exactly, yeah, unless you have a time-stopping machine or something, or time-slowing machine. Yeah, oh my god, so somebody has been so kind that, if anything, she has so little idea of what to do with herself that she actually tries to kind of deliver the opposite impression. You're being an idiot here. I mean, come on, this person has done all of this for you. And she is grateful, she truly is. but it's just so awkward that she can't even bear it. God. Yeah. Fair enough. God, it's just funny. When I was saying about that, the differing of multiculturalism here compared to everything that was going on today, that also applies to foreign people. I mean, now it's just normal to know somebody who's foreign or have a relationship with them, but in times like these, it must have been so rare. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now we're back to the present. We see all the times where the relationship that she was very passionate about began, and now we see cruel reality of the present day. And can I just mention somebody actually giving Pauline information? That is very rare. Yeah. Yeah. It's not the war whatsoever. No way. Yeah. Interesting. Javi. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. So it's interesting that people are more talkative when Pauline actually has an idea of what's going on. But I suppose, I mean, it's a sensitive story that not everybody would want to share, so if she knows about what said story is, it saves them the task of having to introduce the story to somebody who wouldn't know at all. Yeah, and isn't it kind of ironic when you think about what happened with the foreign man and Pauline in the end? I mean, obviously it was a relationship that went on, but at the same time, I mean, it was and as a result of said relationship, consequences did happen, i.e. the man went missing. Imagine what would have happened and all of the pain that would have been lost if Pauline had listened to her mum. But also, at the same time, imagine all of the happiness that would have been lost if these people did not have a relationship. So, yeah, it's kind of good and bad. Yeah, and obviously, I'm assuming Pauline's mum has had bad experiences with foreigners, so she just sees the bad in them and then tries to kind of encourage Pauline to be suspicious as well. I mean, it's also... yeah, it's reasonable why she does it, though. Yeah. I see. I'm surprised. But, I mean, that is reasonable, especially considering for people like him, it killed his parents. Yeah. Yeah, she will be. It's hard to believe, but at the same time, I mean... yeah, you might as well. Even if it is taboo, I suppose you are leaving in a few days to get as much dirt as you can possible. Yeah, totally. Exactly, it's all because of hostility. I do wonder what Bestia truly would have been like to human beings had these people not been hostile. I mean, the thing is about Bestia as well, he doesn't exactly eat... well, actually, I don't know. I've kind of got the impression that Bestia eats anything. What I'm trying to say is everything that Bestia has done to the human being something done purely out of survival concerns, or is it done for just murder? Like, does he actually get anything out of the people he kills? I.e. meat. Yeah, I love how that's put. But totally, it's true. And that's the most weird thing. Yeah. But the thing is, I mean... so... but the only thing is, it was never stated to us that Bestia was a snatcher. He always... well, it was always somebody who was lost who came to the house. And then, obviously, met their demise there. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Interesting. But isn't it interesting to think about the fact that the impressions of the savage beast, they are all curated from the past vision of the beast. There is no indication that there is a possibility of him changing, which he ironically has. But let's be honest, with this other conscience, he's very, very vulnerable. Yeah, isn't it interesting? I mean, this would so normally be seen as an insult, but because of the fact that it's Pauline and Javi is a kind person, that's what happens. But God, you can just see in his face how damaged he is. You really can, and it's just horrible. Just how emotionless he looks. Yeah. Interesting. Oh god. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Because she wants to try and reason with the beast that may have killed the merchant. She could have the truth, but what could she also have? A cruel and painful death. Is it worth it? I don't know. Of course it's not. Interesting. Yeah, and isn't it interesting? This may have happened, but he is being very, very... Well, he's not being talkative whatsoever. He's not going to say anything. No way. Yeah. He doesn't necessarily have to say that, but... It's just because Javi knows the harm this beast can do to someone. I mean, look at his family status. And look at how much his life has been ruined. And he used to have parents, now he's just overworked by shitheads. It's horrible. Yeah, it's dishonesty, and it really is fracturing the relationship between, well, the relationship that she's trying to, and the trust that she's trying to build. But of course, it's for the sake of her safety. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, if anything, he's kind of purposefully asking her just to go around searching for clues that are never really going to provide any significance. Better than actually knowing the truth and exploring and then dying. He really needs to... I think he really should tell Pauline, because, yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird because what's better? Somebody trying to find information to no avail and succeeding to no avail, or risk of death? Painfully dying as well, let me add. Yeah. You're really taking this out of context. Oh my god, he looks... I don't know. He just looks like he's really grief-stricken. Just because he's a damaged person himself. God. Yeah, you can see why he's damaged. Even if he was a coward, why would somebody as kind as Pauline care? Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. It murdered his good life. Jesus Christ. Yeah. It's absolutely horrible. This person's life, it's just unbelievable to think about the fact that he had a life that was worth living before this. And that's just the most awful thing. It's been so cruelly taken away from him. Yeah. I really do wonder what would happen if Javi ever talked to the beast. And even Pauline. These people have both lost something to the bloodthirsty beast. Totally, yeah. Yeah, I agree. God, if I'm going to be honest, sometimes I do think if only Bestia was killed in times like this. It's just the amount of people who would not have died and the amount of people whose lives wouldn't have been ruined had Javi killed him. And that's why people lie that he's a coward. And it's interesting. So, obviously, it's a really quite sensitive memory for him, but you can tell he kind of has, if you ask me, insecurities because of the fact that he's a bit paranoid of what the village say about him. He doesn't necessarily know more about it, it's just he has more of a story to tell. No. God. Yeah. Yeah. It's fully understandable for him to think like this. Who wouldn't? The fact that he is actually able to talk to Pauline here is what makes me surprised. If you did that, how did you not get murdered? Ooh. Yeah. And I suppose it's lack of humanity as well. He couldn't move, so God, I can't believe it. He made eye contact with Bestia. He should have ran, but he couldn't move. Obviously, in this time, there's a big societal stigma about being as brave as possible, but from a lens of the 21st century, I think. Well, I mean, to be fair, some people still do have this stigma, but obviously there's more people like me who thinks it's wrong. You're not a coward whatsoever. You're just prioritising yourself over, well, killing a beast, or at least thinking and trying to be brave, killing an enemy that you probably couldn't even be able to kill in a million years. You're not being cowardly, you're being realistic, but of course, because of the time, He's never going to realise that. Or at least, that's my opinion at least. He's being realistic for my... Well, in my view. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Must have been so awkward. Dude, you're a fucking... Actually, hang on a second. I do wonder how many months, years ago was this thing here actually happened in. I don't blame her. If anything, you're not a coward for being emotionally intelligent in a way. Not having an unrealistic sense of ego. Who's more cowardly, the person who fights something that he couldn't possibly fight because of his sense of ego, or the person who runs away? And the person who actually interprets the situation realistically, even if he is... Well, no, he interprets the situation realistically even though he's really, really scared. Bullshit, you could have at least... Of course he would think that because of the fact that his parents are on the line. I suppose it's really different because of that. Yeah, that too. So not doing this is as if you've let down the whole village, and what's better, letting everybody down or keeping on living? That's why he's so much of an outcast. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. So maybe it could have gone unnoticed, but it doesn't look like it has. Arseholes. Yeah, Pauline's being totally... Oh, I'm sorry, but in a situation like this, actually having outs of humanity, it helps. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, but they can't call Javi a coward if they wouldn't even have the bravery to do something like that. Yeah, and then they're calling him a coward. Yeah, totally reasonable. Oh, yeah, I see that. That's what reinforces him. And let's be honest, all of the village, they hate him for not standing up. I.e., they want this phenomenon eradicated from their village. If they stood up, if he could have used this as an opportunity to make everybody stand up for them, for the village. But there is a thing called loss and grief. His parents have died. How can you ever expect somebody who is going through a situation like that to be able to do something as brave as what I'm describing? That's tough. It's kind of protection more than harassment. Exactly. And now, ironically, Bestia isn't dangerous. It's just his inner conscience that is dangerous. God, I really wonder how this is going to end. Imagine if these two go to the Bestia's house. Yeah, totally reasonable. And that's the brutal truth. No way. My two questions about this. How, firstly, the white-haired girl is somebody who has enhanced senses, so even though there has been so much massacre going on from the beast, she smelt nothing. How? Is the maid really that talented of a cleaner? And what do they do with all of the meat as well? Either human soup or human random body part of a human was on the menu every single dinner. I mean, I do remember the maid saying, "I've learnt cooking skills with the road, but I don't think I would have used them for that." Yeah. Well, I really do wonder what in the modern day the maid would be like as a killer. Or just somebody who helps a killer. Imagine the maid in Umineko. Umineko spoilers, but I think Genji kind of feels like the servant that the maid would be, in a way. Yeah. Do you know what I'm happy about? The fact that he's really communicating his honest feelings here. I think honesty in a situation like this is so key. But yeah, it will. To be fair, that is a very good point. It's just, is it convenient to think that he is killed? He's been killed there. Yes, so let's do it. That's the only thought she's having, if I'm going to be honest. True. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, this guy may be a coward, but look at how realistic he is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nobody does. Apart from the white-haired girl, were she to leave. Well, she wouldn't get very far. She's blind. True. And the beast has changed, to be fair, but they aren't to know that. There isn't, but there's still a very bad risk. Yeah, he ran away immediately, but... I'm sorry, but how? I'm seriously surprised that he could outrun Bestia. But if I'm going to be honest, his face makes him look younger than he actually is. He's probably around my age. Or maybe not my age, but maybe... I'd say at the most 20. Look, very, very late teens, I'd imagine Javi to be. Yeah. Totally. It's just going to be so funny where, oh, you knock on the door and then who's going to greet you? It could be Bestia, but it also could be a very, very nice and pleasant woman who has the most pure heart ever. Must just... Well, you could either think you're barking up the wrong tree or you will be very surprised when you learn the truth. And of course you do. No matter how much the voice of reason tells you, you just cannot. It will just always burn in your mind. Sometimes you'll probably wonder whether dying and whether risking your life and learning the truth is actually better than just going out of here with no results. Yeah, no, fucking hell. I mean, Javi is saying stuff, but Pauline's just looking for anything that can kind of be used to disprove him, just for satisfaction, really. Yeah. Yeah, that's the worst thing. And that's what's going to drive her to demise. Because, I mean, you can't listen to what Javi is saying. Because you will break if you do. Emotionally. Yeah. What? Yeah. I don't blame her. God, could you imagine if after all of this, because this is a possibility that you can't deny. Maybe he was unfaithful. Maybe somebody had really, I don't know, manipulative little arsehole had taken his side forcefully from Pauline and he had run away forever. There's no way of ever telling. And that's the thing. You could be barking up the wrong tree entirely, but you will never know. Yeah, do you really want to live? That's tricky. That is a very reasonable question. It's easy to say this now. So that's where the evidence was. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Stop putting yourself before. No, I meant others before yourself. I nearly just said the opposite of what I wanted to say. Very, very true. Yeah. Because let's be honest, this is the thing. If this is not a good place, then you'll look at any dangerous place where he could have been killed. Any place where there is some sort of evidence that leads to him possibly being there. And you'll just constantly risk yourself being in danger because you have a loved one and you want to know whether they are alive or not. And you cannot live with yourself if you don't know. You will break if you don't. That's the brutality about all of this. Totally reasonable, yeah. It will be very difficult, but she can do it. Yeah. And I find it interesting that Javi at first, she was just saying, no, I'm not going to let you see the beast no matter how dangerous it is. But now he's just thinking, kind of like how I was thinking. Like, where is peace most prominent in not knowing the truth? Yeah, or risking your life for said truth. Two more things down. Thank you for making this story. Okay. You've just made my excitement of the next part go from here to here. Thank you. I really wanted these two to go together. That's so good. Oh, we're going to see some properly interesting stuff. Yeah. I suppose it's kind of his way of atoning for being a quote-unquote coward. I still don't think he's a coward, but oh well. True. True. Yeah, I mean, you have a beast that is dangerous to unimaginable extents. I mean, we've learned about torture, and I remember that talk about the... I don't know if I'm thinking of Umineko or this, where there was the table, and then he just had the limbs of his victims scattered on it. I think no, that was this. God, Bestia in Umineko. Oh Jesus Christ, that would be a bit scary. Bestia would become the new Goat-kun. True. Well, your impression doesn't. This one actually does. Now that's not the case. Oh, it's going to be properly interesting to see how Bestia has changed for Javi. But the thing is, though, he is going to be properly provoked. And if I'm going to be honest, this is the most deadly part for Bestia's life, because these people are going to give him proper provocation. No matter how much the white-haired girl tries, I don't think he's going to be able to handle his other constants. Seriously. Yeah, fair. But the only thing is, if she doesn't learn it from herself, how is she going to be able to learn the truth about what's going on? And she is actually complying. I didn't think she'd comply with that last one. Oh. Jesus Christ. Wow. Oh god, let's just hope that possibility actually happens. Wow. That's a proper change of character. And of course she'll say yes, of course. He's going to have to learn a new language, so that's going to be difficult, but with Pauline, I'm sure he'll be able to do it. Oh, she's really happy now. And if you can't get permission, just give him the finger and run off. I can go exploit some other kid. Like, for work. Yeah, that's really good. So he... Oh, I just hate how people... I just can't not take this line out of context because of people making jokes like this. Oh god. But yeah, anyway, he's a physical labourer. Nice. That's really good. And if I'm going to be honest, I mean, I wonder if this new overwork he's been having has actually made him able to improve this skill. Yeah. Yeah, good. I swear to God, this family. Pauline is really like her dad. Seriously. Javi actually smiling. I thought I'd never see that. And laughing. Yeah, seriously. If I'm going to be honest, Pauline is very lucky that she's well off. Holy shit. Dude, him actually laughing. Yeah, but she's lucky she's well off. She would have starved to death by the age of like 2 if she wasn't. God, he's so happy with her company that he doesn't even realise it. Yeah. Of course. She can't. Isn't it interesting that I think Javi is somebody who, he might have been loved before the disaster happened, but he just feels like a kid who is so underappreciated and neglected and bullied. So, if anything, when somebody actually gives him love, he's really hostile. Totally reasonable. Yeah, that too. Yeah, totally reasonable. And isn't it interesting that she's able to accept this and to realise it, and yet at the same time she still will do this. She's came to accept it, and yet she still wants to risk her life to check, to confirm it. Fair. Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally see that. He's very, very emotionally intelligent. It's the perfect person to meet, to be honest. Yeah. It's very easy to say that you will try to stop looking to your lover for happiness, because obviously you can't, he's dead. But yeah, interesting. Oh god. Yeah, it doesn't make me feel very ceaseless howling. Yeah, it doesn't make me feel very good to hear that song again. Anyway, if I'm going to be honest, I think that's a nice place to end it today. That was really, really nice today. I enjoyed that. It was hilarious learning more about Pauline's family, and also just in general, everything about the conversation with Javi and also Pauline. I think that was very, very well done. And it's really interesting how they were able to get a really increased level of understanding with each other. And obviously, I think this is the point of the plot where everything changes, and the point where we've kind of been looking for, really. Like the most anticipated point in this door, or chapter, or whatever. So, yeah, it's going to be really quite exciting. And I won't be able to read tomorrow, which fucking sucks, but I will be able to read the day after, so I will see you guys then.